Guys, I just want to say something real quick. You could say it's a quick message, I guess. But we already know this, the people that know thyself and stuff like that, and in tune with nature. Um but if you don't know, well, here we go. Um Obviously we know that these motherfuckers, these wicked ones, are gonna come here. I mean they're already here, they've been here for a long time. But I'm talking about they're gonna, like, remember I said before, we're gonna start seeing them and everything like that, mainly because we're gonna start seeing our brothers and sisters. So we're gonna start seeing beings from this planet that you haven't seen before, or haven't been in this planet for a very, very, very long time. So the Brotherhood, the Anunnaki brothers and sisters have all like doing their thing right now. Alright, they've been doing their thing for quite a long time. Alright? And if you look at Remy H's videos, you know what I'm talking about. Alright? If you haven't, that's fine. But I'll tell you this right now. Those are people that are following me. And don't look at the other stuff. I'll say this right now. For all people, for all Afro or carbon folk people, this is the final, this is it. Alright? I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is it. Okay? Have you seen the video of what Remedy H posted about the Ukraine stuff? All of that shit's gone. All of those buildings are all gone. And it's true what he said. You can clearly see we use a different form of technology than these wicked ones do. Because look at the past histories of all these wicked ones destroying all shit and destroying every civilization ever. That's so different from what we do when we destroy civilizations that should not be around for destroying nature and us, for example. Because we don't, that's the thing, we don't destroy nature because we're nature at the end of the day, you know? So there's always that. But, you know, we always have some of our people being like, oh yeah, whatever. Because we always tell our folks, we always tell people that we are the cells of the planet, but then they're going to act like, yeah, we're killing the planet. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? They don't understand all of a sudden that you are indigenous to this realm, to this planet, to this galaxy. You won't, if you went to Jupiter or Saturn or any other fucking planetary body, supposedly, right? Because outside of the Antarctic Circle, I'm not saying there's not planets out there that are not called that, but there's realms that are called that in this planet. Okay? So when they say Jupiter or Pluto and some shit like that, that's because it's on this realm. That's how big this globe is. They always want to say, oh, it's small. A planet's not fucking small. It's fucking gigantic. And it can grow. Okay? Seriously. So, there's a lot of stuff that we are going to see this year. Chaos and confusion, like Remedy H said, like Brother Seema said. It's true. Chaos and confusion. So if my brothers and sisters, I'll say this right now. This right here is for you to buck up. This is it. Look at everything right now and be like, okay, we're heading to this soon. Yeah, we're heading to this right now. Okay? And I know some of you guys love your houses. I know some of you guys love your freaking homes and all that shit. But you're going to have a different home. And it's going to be a lot better. Because you're going to build it the way you want to. Doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't that sound nice? Wouldn't it be nice to make your own temple? Your own temple the way that you want to make it? Instead of how these motherfuckers want to make it? We're going back to that shit, baby. We're going to have houses and temples that are for us, baby. For kind of loud, shout out to Serious Temple, because I remember him saying a while, not a while ago, a long time ago, from one of his videos I heard, that, I saw, that we had literally temples that bring down frequencies and everything like that. Okay? Every day. Okay? That way, if people can walk past it, they'd be like, oh, okay, I feel refreshed, basically. Because sometimes, sometimes we might be in a slump sometimes, or sometimes we might be like, yo, what's going on here? And then we feel that vibration from these temples, and we'd be like, okay, now I can actually concentrate, I can actually focus, I can actually Not to say we don't do that in others. Not to say we don't do that already. It's just like the temples really helped us really more. You know, um, again going back. Not to say we didn't have temples right next to our houses or anything like that. For kind of like we have mansions, big giant buildings that we can fit thousands and thousands of our brothers and sisters in it. Have you ever looked at pictures of the of basically, you know how they always show pictures of the underground Earth, showing like there's hotel rooms and shit like that? Well, that's how it was up in the surface a long time ago, before it got all destroyed. You know, some of them did not get destroyed because they can't get destroyed, but some of them were. Mainly because the reason they got destroyed is because when they killed us, they used our bodies to destroy those things. So that's why they got destroyed. Because the shit that they were using, it didn't work at all whatsoever. So there is that. So that's really it, guys. I know this is a short video. I just want you guys to really, really pay attention to what's going on right now, because this is just around the corner. Okay? Seriously. I know we have our own lives. We're all doing a lot of shit. But before you know it, this shit's going to hit. And you're going to be like, wait a minute, I was just doing this and then this started happening. I'm like, yeah, because it's already about to commence. Okay? I said this years ago too, and I'll keep saying it too. It can happen 5 minutes from now. It can happen 10 minutes from now. Hell, it can happen tomorrow. Alright? That's why I always tell people, be prepared at all times. Alright? People, be prepared at all times. Always be prepared at all times. Alright? Seriously. Because this is the time to be prepared, and this is the time to not act goofy and stupid and shit. This is not a time for you to act like that the world is gonna go back to normal. I'm actually thinking of that. I'm actually thinking that the world is gonna go back to normal, or thinking that it is going to go back to normal, and all of a sudden this happens. It's gonna break your fucking stupid heart. I'm talking about to my people. I don't give a fuck what these orcs are doing, because I'm not paying attention to them. I'm paying attention to my people. You know, I'm telling my people, do not go crazy. Right? If you can find a like-minded person, find them. You know, and learn from them. Because we do have people here that are elders that are in young bodies, but no one doesn't want to listen to them. Because, oh, they're young, what do you know? And it's like, they're ancestors from the past that came down here to remind you to wake the fuck up. To remind you what the fuck's going on around here. But if you don't listen to those people, guess what? They die off. What do you want me to tell you? There's a reason why we are here, and other people, the reasons why they're not here. There's a reason why you are here, and there's other people that are not here. And I'm not talking about, oh, you coming here and all that and decide to come. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about other things that go around with that. I mean, that doesn't go around with that. Alright? Talk about like destiny type shit. And yes, destinies, some people here have certain things to do because they have a certain destiny to do. And no matter who tries to fucking ruin it, it doesn't matter if it's your friend, your family, or some wicked one. The universe is going to try to knock them down a peg to make sure you get to that state of evolution, basically. State of evolvement. Right? Because you're supposed to be there. Right? It's been written in the cosmos. A lot of people around here are going to finally realize that there's a lot of shit in their life that has been written in the cosmos. And they need to buck up and act right. Alright? Because there's some brothers and sisters around here that are supposed to be kings and queens, and they're not acting like kings and queens. And I'm talking about like pharaohs and shit like that. And this is coming from a sacred clown. I'm supposed to tell you this shit. Because I'm supposed to be right next to the king and queen. That rules this realm. Or the whole planet. I'm supposed to be right next with you guys. That's what sacred clowns do. Sacred clowns are supposed to be right next to the king and queen. Alright? It's always been like that. Always. Alright? And some sacred clowns are actually all king and queens too. Not all of them. Again, not all of like I said before, not all of us are going to be like pharaohs and all that stuff. But there is certain types of people, bloodline wise, that they're supposed to rule, and their children are too. And then there's specific people that are not part of their blood, but part of a situation that they're there for them, basically. Almost like a caretaker, but I don't want to think of a caretaker. It's most like a friend of the family type thing. It's like that. It's mostly that. Imagine like having an uncle, but it's not really your uncle. You know, it's just a friend of the family or a person that overstands your situation, and it's just there, and it's all you grew up, almost like Alfred. Sacred clowns are almost like Alfred when you really think about it. They're not going to be like a butler or anything like that. But I'm talking about being there for the kid and the parent, and then the and all that stuff for the dad and mom, like talk to them and everything like that. That's what sacred clowns did. We talked to them and everything like that. You know, seriously. That's why if a woman got out of line, if the queen got out of line or the king got out of line, we were like, oh yeah, you go don't do that. And then this would happen, and then they would be like, oh shit, that is stupid. See, this is why I keep you around. And I'm again going back. I'm not the only sacred clown around here. There's a lot of sacred clowns around here, but some of them just haven't known it yet. I'm talking about by my people, because I know some of these orcs around here are like, oh, I'm a sacred clown. I'm a sacred clown. No, you're not. No, you're not. You will never be one. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not even close to to a brother and sister Hopi, basically. And that's just one aspect of our brother and sisters. We are Atlanteans, right? Obviously there'll be Heyonka Atlanteans, right? Just like there'll be Heyonka's Sumerians, basically, you know? If that makes sense. So you this is again going back, this is coming from Sacred Clown. And Sacred Clowns need to buck up too. And a lot of Sacred Clowns they staying quiet because that's what they're supposed to do. Alright? They know thyself and they need to do what they need to do. But when the time comes for them to act and be right next to the Pharaoh and his queen, it will happen. And I guarantee you, once these wicked motherfuckers see that type of shit, it is done. It is done for them. Alright? Because that's the type of shit that they were fucking afraid of when they fucking invaded here. Alright? That's one of the reasons why they fucked up the mind with the Pharaoh and the Queen, but they couldn't fuck up the mind with the Sacred Clown, because the Sacred Clown saw everything right through that motherfucker and knew exactly what the motherfucker was going to do to his people. He tried to warn them, as the Sacred Clown does. And other people too. You don't even have to be a Sacred Clown just to warn people. But the fact that sometimes Pharaohs and Queens had a Sacred Clown just to tell them that shit says a lot. Not to say they weren't incompetent or anything like that. No. It's just that someone had to be there to be like, yo, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. And that's the spirit, and that is the technically messenger from the universe, literally letting you know what to do, what not to do. Alright? Seriously. Alright? There's more shit to it, obviously. But I get it too. Some of our brothers and sisters that are going to become kings and queens, like, pharaohs and all that, they already know that. Some of them already know that, but some of them sometimes forget. That's why the Sacred Clown is there. To be sarcastic with them, because that's the point of a Sacred Clown, Every time, like, you hear stuff about these elites, you'll be like, oh yeah, you're going to do that while this is going to happen. You see, it's like that. Alright? So, again, I'll see you guys later. Be safe. Get ready. Get ready. Do Tai Chi, do meditation. I'm not saying do not live your life, but do the things that you need to do. Okay? Because I'm doing the same. Alright? Right now, I might be a little, not limbo, but I might be a little stagnant right now because I'm actually getting prepared to move. So, there is that. So if you're going through that too, well then, there's a reason for that, So, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be safe.